What is going on, everybody? So I told you I'd make this video about AWC, and that's what I'm going to do. But first order of business is destroy that nance called the Sandstorm YT as usual. Some of us don't have to stay up all night fisting our wife, begging people to subscribe to our OnlyFans to pay our rent. So I was actually sleeping, so I woke up and saw him on his little burner account leaving stupid video comments on my AWC post. So this guy made a AWC video a few months back only because I got in the project, right? And he literally did nothing in this review. He pulled up some crypto bubbles, acted like he was relevant, acted like he knew what the fuck he was talking about. He had no clue what he was talking about. He pulled up Etherscan, had no idea what the fucking dead wallet was, literally was asking the community, hey, what are these wallets? Because he couldn't figure it out for himself because he's too fucking stupid, right? So the guy did really no review whatsoever. He had no idea what the fuck he was even talking about, right? So anyways, he went on to call it a scam and everything. And at the time, when I get involved in a project, I don't put people on scammy shit, right? Like Sandstorm, that's all this fucker does is he's a crypto prostitute. If you will pay him any sort of money, whatever, he will promote your token. Saitama V3, Shinza V3, Hospitalwise, Goat Token, Strange NU. I mean, the fucking list goes on. BFTA, that fucking shit banana token, Clear Cryptos, who he got fired from, right? He was actually on the fucking team and they fired him for being a pervert, right? So, I mean, this guy has no fucking class. He's literally the embarrassment of the black eye of his family. Him and his wife, like, I'm sure they're like the fucking black sheep of the entire town. They're just nasty motherfuckers. Like, his children have to go to school and other children are literally watching him fist his wife in the locker room stalls and they're all over there laughing and giggling. It's pretty fucking sad. If you notice, no YouTubers other than that grown man who thinks he's a fucking clown, that Hex Joker, even entertain this guy. Rodney doesn't let him on his channel. Awesome Austin doesn't let him on his channel. None of the fucking YouTubers, even Hobbs, that low-life piece of shit, don't even let him on his channel. So the fact that this guy tries to say he called out a scam is absolutely irrelevant, right? And here's the difference. If I'm involved in a project, I do my due diligence. I take my time. I look into it. And at the beginning, if there's nothing wrong, and I put my money in it, because I put my money in first, Brad has no money. He has to beg people to let him promote their shit when I actually put my own capital in these projects. Now, at the beginning, it seemed like a great project. The guy that fucking showed me the project seemed like a really great guy. The NFTs were reasonable. Like, the deckhand at the time was $5,000 and you got a 5% ROI. That is a reasonable number. That is an honest number. You put in $5,000, you make your ROI over time. That is an honest investment, right? And then these motherfuckers started getting greedy. Then it went to 10,000. And then the NFTs went to 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, 125,000, 150,000. I mean, dude, greed knows no bounds with these fucking people. Like, this Alfonso guy is a fucking tool. Like, he talks about all this fucking decentralization of capital and all this other shit like he's some kind of big fucking investment guru, and literally he has answers to nothing, right? Like, I've asked this guy specifically, where's the liquidity coming from? Where's the capital coming from? Where is this? Where is that? And he has no answers. There are no fucking answers to be given. And in their Discord, they treat people like shit, right? So I've had 28 referrals or more that I brought into AWC. And when I go in the Discord and I see that Bill piece of shit talking down to my friends and talking down to fellow investors just because they're not a huge whale in your project and you don't think that they're worth your time to ask valid questions about their investment, fuck you. If I ever see you in person, Bill, I'll say fuck you to your face because you're a fucking loser, just like Alfonso is. So anyways, guys, it really started getting greedy, right? Like, when you go from $5,000 NFTs to, all this other shit, and then they're saying that they're going to pay projects, pay bounties for you to go find dead projects, and they can give them $250,000, if they revive this project and it, becomes a good working project and you get all their holders and whatever. It's a Ponzi scheme, right? It's a fucking point blank Ponzi scheme. The club native token, AWB, has no fucking liquidity. And here's what really rubbed me the wrong way, right? I don't know a lot of these guys, right? Because it's supposed to be a club, good old boy type fucking atmosphere. Well, there was a guy that had over 6 figures in club tokens, got in early. He was an OG. I seen him in Discord every day. hey man, I'm really struggling. I need fucking money. You know, I got fucking a mortgage payment. I got fucking bills. You know, can somebody, you know, give me a fair offer on my tokens? And he ended up selling way over 6 figures for $25,000 after specifically asking Alfonso and Bo to help him. Like, hey, I got in this project early, man. Like, I paid a lot more money for my tokens than what they're worth, and you guys have no liquidity on the exchange. Like, I cannot go sell my tokens. I have to fucking sell them to other club members. That is not how an investment works. That is not how a fucking venture capital fucking firm works. You have liquidity in your fucking project, right? You don't sit here and launch a 250,000 fucking bounty to go revive dead projects when your shit's fucking dead to begin with. This guy literally had to sell over 6 figures of his fucking tokens for $25,000. And I remember the day that he messaged me on Twitter, and he asked me, what would you do? I said, you know, if it was me, I would fucking be a hellion. Like, I would cause a huge fucking scene that I invested all that capital and all that money, and these motherfuckers don't want to help me. They don't want to provide liquidity. They don't want to do this. It's been nothing but fucking empty promises out of these people. And like I said, at this point, it's just it's like a Pokemon game. Like, every week's a new fucking NFT. Like, not only did that rub me the wrong way, where they fucking mistreated that guy and made him literally sell his position to next to nothing because they knew they had him in a bind, and he literally has no way to sell it. He has to fucking sell it to someone else in the club. That's the way this little Ponzi scheme's set up. Is, you know, they come out with this millionaire NFT, right? So the millionaire NFT is basically the concept where, okay, you invest $10,000, or you can make payments, right? And in a year, if it's not valued at $1 million, they're going to give you $1 million. Well, that is a fucking, for Alfonso supposedly being an attorney, that is a huge fucking red flag. Like, this guy is a loser. You do not fucking make promises of investment gains like that to investors. You do not tell someone that if you invest $10,000, you will become a millionaire. And here's their trick. Here's their little Ponzi scheme, right? So, yeah, they'll make it work, right? Because in a year, they'll give you the fucking tokens and say, oh, you have $1 million in tokens in your fucking account, but you can't sell them because there's no fucking liquidity, right? And they keep telling investors, oh, we're getting on all these third-party exchanges. You know, you guys are, you know, you're getting incubated projects. You're getting hooked up. You're getting all this and that. They got on fucking, Carbon has been trying to get on a third-party exchange for, 2 months now? And they got him on Stex, which is a sketchy-ass fucking exchange that nobody's even heard of. Like, if you go to open an account, that shit is fucking suspect. And that's who you're going to have fucking as your first exchange. And you guys got all these heavy hitters. You got fucking actresses and all these big names you supposedly know, and all this shit in the metaverse. Fuck the metaverse, right? We live in the real world. Fuck your exotic cars in the metaverse. Fuck your other shit, right? You have guys who literally had a 6-figure fucking account and had to settle for $25,000 because you motherfuckers have no liquidity in the exchange, and he can't sell his fucking tokens, right? So here's what really fucking pissed me off, right? And once again, Sandstorm, you're just a slimy piece of shit. $25,000 anytime, anywhere. If you want to fucking meet up in person, I will fucking clap you. You will never do a fucking thing. You will never meet up. You're a coward. You're a fucking disgrace to your family, right? But anyways, it's just mind-blowing to me that when I go into the Discord and I'm like, hey man, you need to start being honest with these investors. You need to stop saying that they're going to become millionaires. You need to tell them the pros and the cons to this NFT. Like, don't just sit here and fucking tell everybody that everything's perfect. Like, hey, $10,000, you're going to be a millionaire. That's a fucking lie. It's an outright lie, right? So they keep using this fucking, 6 months incubation and venture capital. It's all a fucking ploy, man. It's all a fucking ploy. None of these projects they have on their exchange have done a fucking thing. The only project on the exchange that looks like it could do anything is Carbon, right? And they've been fucking done nothing with Carbon for 2 months. So I'm telling you guys, this is one of those things where, once again, if I get into a play and I'm adamant about that play and I believe in the play, but once they start taking advantage of investors, once they start mistreating investors, once they start fucking being greedy and scandalous, I'm fucking leaving, right? And I tell you guys so you can either make your own decision, you can stay, you can leave, right? But I owe it to you as an investor to tell you I'm leaving my position and why. And I have sold out of fucking everything in that project. I want nothing to do with that fucking project. Like I said, You got Alfonso, who claims he's some kind of fucking attorney, doing shady shit, right? Got a casino running, using all these club tokens. You got all this shit going on under the scenes that, you know, you ask him about the red tape, like, hey, what's the legality? You know, what's the legal standing on you be able to have running a casino and using native token or using this token or, you know, all this other shit. And he has no answers, right? They never have answers. And if you jump on their AMA and you try to ask this kind of stuff, they immediately try to shut you down, right? So, like I said, when that Bill piece of shit kicked me out of the Discord for asking him why they keep telling people that there's absolutely no negatives to this project, that is a serious fucking problem. That's a huge red flag. That is a scam. That is a fucking Ponzi scheme as far as I'm concerned. So, like I said, guys, it is what it is. It's your money. You do what you want. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm always going to keep it 100. I don't give a fuck if it's Warpix token. I don't give a fuck if it's Shift token. If 6 months from now, they start mistreating investors and lying and making claims like this, I'm going to fucking leave those projects too. So, you know, at the end of the day, I usually give you guys way fucking enough warning. You know, I'm like, hey, these are the red flags I'm seeing. You know, like Days Dogs and all these other things. 90% of you didn't lose any money. You know, 10% of you was like, oh, I'm going to ride it out. You know, I think you're wrong. Well, I wasn't wrong. So anyways, like I said, the fact that the math doesn't add up, right? And when you censor people, that is a huge red flag. When you censor people, you are a fucking scheme. You are a scam. When you legitimately can't come to the table and answer tough questions, you're a fucking scam. So that's my take on it, guys. I want nothing to do with that project. I've completely sold out of everything. And like I said, you don't get to make those kind of promises to investors and think I'm going to sit back and not say nothing. Not happening. Like I said, I can have $1 million in my fucking wallet, but if I can't sell it, if I can't trade it, if I can't fucking use it, I'm not $1 million. I don't have $1 million. It's fucking monopoly money as far as I'm concerned. So like I said, guys, take it for what you're worth. Brad, you're a piece of shit. You'll never say shit to my face. And you just stick to fucking sucking off all these scams that you actually do fucking promote. And at least I have the balls to come to my community and tell them, hey, I'm leaving because this is scammy. This is fucked up. You, on the other hand, you just fucking make excuses like, oh, I'll leave crypto if Saitama V3 is a scam. And then it is a fucking scam. And then you just say, oh, well, he turned the keys over to another dev, so it's not a scam. Fuck you. Fuck your wife. You're a piece of shit. You'll never do nothing. Like I said, that's why nobody lets you on your channel anymore, because you're a fucking loser.